Famed Impact Wrestling announcer and legendary pitchman Don West has died at age 59 after an ongoing battle with brain lymphoma. West's former TNA broadcast colleague and friend Mike TNA shared the news on Twitter. While his family originally thought that West had beaten his initial 2021 diagnosis of lymphoma, doctors later discovered that West's brain tumor had returned at twice the size. West underwent stem cell treatment, but the tumor had progressed too far. West remained steadfast and optimistic in hopes that he would overcome his battle. A GoFundMe was originally started to help his family pay for his treatment, as Scott D'Amore and Impact Wrestling made the commitment to match any money that was raised during the summer. West became a familiar voice to wrestling fans as he and TNA broadcast for TNA Impact, and the two found great chemistry with one another. West was also the primary figure in the promotion of the company's merchandise sales, taking advantage of his broadcasting degree and experience as a pitchman on the Shot From Home network. Jeff Jarrett brought West into the company, then known as Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, in 2002. Impact Wrestling Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore issued a lengthy tribute to his friend and former co-worker on the official Impact Wrestling website, saying, quote, "You can't think about TNA/Impact without thinking of Don West. Don and Mike TNA provided the soundtrack to many iconic moments in company history. There was no more cherished member of the TNA Impact family. Don was truly one of a kind who brightened every room he walked into. He brought out the best in people and was an inspiration to all who crossed paths with him. He was one of the first people I met upon arriving at the TNA Asylum for the first time, and Don instantly made me feel welcome. His warm heart and legendary sense of humor made every day at work something to look forward to. I am forever grateful for being able to share a friendship with Don and truly know my career and life are better because of having him in them. My deepest and heartfelt condolences go out to Don's wife Terry, his family and friends, and of course the millions of fans whose lives he touched. Today we mourn the loss of a special person, but let's also stop and celebrate the amazing life of our friend and brother Don West. While we are here with heavy hearts, I know Don is busy planning heaven's most epic New Year celebration ever. Thank you for everything, Don West. Love you." Both WWE and AEW television broadcasts of SmackDown and Rampage respectively paid their respects to the enthusiastic voice of Impact, with WWE noting the loss via Michael Cole on commentary. He sent condolences to the friends and family upon their loss. Over on AEW Rampage, the episode started with a title card in honor of the memory of Don West. Once again, we send our thoughts, prayers and condolences to the family, the friends, the fans of Don West, the legendary voice of Impact Wrestling. He will be forever missed. The news was announced by former TNA Impact announcer and broadcast colleague of Don West, Mike TNA, on Twitter, tweeting, quote, "Just heard from wife Terry that our brother Don West will be spending New Year's in heaven. Terry said D-Dub finally had to tap out from his match with lymphoma. We bonded as soon as we met, both as broadcast partners and friends. Years of great moments both on and off camera." Impact Wrestling tweeted, quote, "Impact Wrestling is heartbroken to learn of the passing of Don West, one of the defining voices in our 20-year history. Don's enthusiasm and passion elevated every second he called and uplifted the spirits of everybody he crossed paths with. He will be dearly missed. Hashtag RIP Don West." All Elite Wrestling tweeted, quote, "AEW joins the wrestling world in mourning the passing of Don West. Our thoughts are with his family, his friends, and his fans." Matt Hardy tweeted, quote, "Saddened to learn about the passing of Don West. Had great experiences every time I interacted with him. Don was one of the good guys who was overflowing with passion and enthusiasm. My condolences go out to his family. Love this clip of Don expressing his passion for the biz." Taz tweeted, quote, "I'm very sorry to hear of the passing of Don West. He was a fun-loving guy and very passionate guy. Condolences to his family, friends, and fans." Former Impact World Champion Kurt Angle tweeted, quote, "Sorry to hear about the passing of Impact Wrestling commentator Don West. Don was an incredible man with so much energy. My prayers go to his family. Hashtag RIP Don." TNA Wrestling founder Jeff Jarrett posted a lengthy thread on Twitter, tweeting, quote, "Rest in peace and power Don West. When I received the text from Don's wife Terry earlier today on his passing, I had an overwhelming feeling of mixed emotions. So happy and relieved for him that he was out of pain and his cancer was gone, but the finality of his death was so dark and it hurt. We FaceTimed just a few days ago, and because of his situation, it's the only conversation that I've ever had with him that I got to do all the talking, and I'm sure he hated that. Ha! We reminisced, laugh, and I got the final opportunity to tell him I loved him and that I will see him again one day. The first picture is us from the last time we were on stage together, Chicago Starcast. I will miss my buddy. Love your D-Dub. Former TNA president Dixie Carter tweeted, quote, "Broken-hearted to hear about the passing of Don West. Heaven gained the greatest salesman. Prayers to his family. Hashtag RIP, hashtag one of a kind." Former Impact World Champion Nick Aldis tweeted, quote, "Don West was a force of nature. He threw his whole being into everything he did. We've been able to talk on the phone with D-Dub a few times in recent months, and even as he was battling devastating illness, that personality shone through. Godspeed, Don West, RIP." The NWA tweeted, quote, "The NWA is saddened to hear of the passing of legendary wrestling broadcaster Don West. Our thoughts and prayers are with him, his family, and the wrestling community." Current Impact Wrestling executive Tommy Dreamer wrote, quote, "The first time I met Don West, I was in a room with Taz and Mike Tenay. Don burst in, cutting profanity-laced promos, stops, says, 'Hey, nice to meet you. There's a bunch of idiots here, but you'll have effing fun,' and walked out. Mike goes, 'Welcome.' Room erupts with laughter. He was awesome." Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer Gail Kim tweeted, quote, "This is the epitome of what Don West was like all the time. His energy, positivity, and love for wrestling was always shining when we worked together. What a voice, what a man. You will always be missed, Don. Today is a sad day. Hashtag RIP Don West." Matt Cardona tweeted, quote, "RIP Don West, an absolute legend. You will be missed." New Japan Pro Wrestling star Will Ospreay tweeted, quote, "Don West was a huge voice in my childhood, man. RIP Don." Former Impact Wrestling star Eric Young tweeted, quote, "RIP Don West, a great man in every sense of the word. I love you, brother. The world lost another amazing person to this terrible disease. It's not having your amazing spirit around anymore is all of our loss. Today I will celebrate the man you were and the legacy you left." Former TNA wrestler Sharkboy tweeted, quote, "So very sorry to hear that my old friend Don West has passed away. In the early days of TNA, he and his wonderful wife Terry were gracious enough to let me stay at their home in Nashville. Such a kind person, so many laughs. My thoughts are with his family today. Hashtag RIP Don West." The Blue Meanie tweeted, quote, "Rest in peace, Don West. Such a sweet man. My thoughts go out to his loved ones." Former Impact Wrestling star Christopher Daniels tweeted, quote, "Rest in peace, Don West. You were an incredible person to work with, and I thank you for the excitement you brought to calling our matches. You will be missed." WWE Hall of Famer The Iron Sheik tweeted, quote, "Don West, I love you forever." Sonjay Dutt tweeted, quote, "RIP Don West, an incredibly fun, thoughtful, and caring man. So many great memories. You will be missed, my friend." Former Impact Wrestling star Frankie Kazarian tweeted, quote, "RIP Don West. Truly devastating news, a great friend and someone who had one of the most infectious personalities I've ever known. A true joy to be around all the time. I cherish the laughs, conversations, and fun times we had together. Godspeed, my friend." Former Impact World Champion Sami Callihan tweeted, quote, "One of the greatest of all time, and one of the reasons I loved TNA growing up. RIP Don West." Dutch Mantau tweeted, quote, "Just heard from Mike Tenay that longtime TNA announcer Don West has passed away. Great guy, great announcer. He was a friend and never met a stranger. Condolences to the family from me and all of the Sportskeeda group." Impact World Champion Josh Alexander tweeted, quote, "The voice of TNA Impact Wrestling passed away today. So many iconic moments and calls forever burned into my memory in his voice. I never met the man, but he's loved by everyone I've met that knew him. He made a mark and will never be forgotten. RIP Don West." Sean Ross Zappa Fightful tweeted, quote, "Gutted to hear the passing of Don West, an all-time favourite of mine with infectious energy and enthusiasm that helped make TNA must-watch for me. A total gentleman and incredible at each job he had. Gone far too soon. Sending love to his friends and family." Former Impact star and current WWE NXT star Robert Stone tweeted, quote, "Rest in peace, Don West." Former Impact X Division champion Chris Bay tweeted, quote, "RIP Don West." Current Ring of Honor announcer Ian Riccoboni tweeted, quote, "Very sad to see that Don West passed. He represented the best of professional wrestling, kindness and unbridled enthusiasm. May he and his loved ones find peace." Major League Wrestling tweeted, quote, "MLW is sad to learn of the passing of Don West. MLW sends its deepest sympathies to Don's family, friends, and fans. Hashtag RIP Don West." AEW star Fuego del Sol tweeted, quote, "RIP Don West. Definitely one of the voices of my childhood. My heart goes out to his friends and family."